All right, cool.
Okay, good. We're live. Well, last time I went live, I did a quick video on a quick-ish video on Joshua Pulev. Just watching that back again. But before we touch on all the other subjects, again, here's Tyron Smith. Sub to his channel.
What's up?
When he goes to his when he does his lives, he does some real good lives with other panel members. So go sub to Tyron Smith. You can catch it on the replay as well. So yeah, we are going to open up with what we were discussing just now, which is Mr. Dillian Whyte. This guy. Yeah. So Dean did an interview on IFL TV, and he said, because he touched on it quickly, and then he went off it, and then he came back to it because he got pressed on it, and he said that where there might be a change in opponent. What's up, Volts UK? I've not seen Volts, but I like that name. What's up, Mo Boxing? Salute.
Salute, Volts. Salute.
So you said, Tyron, he won't be able to get that one back.
Yeah.
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is really bad. Immediately after he was knocked out, he went up to Eddie, after he got changed, and he said, I want a rematch. Scheduled for November. Pavek COVID.
Yep.
And he's apparently not recovered from COVID now. Now, Dillian has come out and said that he doesn't believe he has it. And
okay, yeah, I can see why he doesn't believe that.
Yeah. But, then Pavekin's team, Rubinsky, all those guys are saying we have the documents to prove it, this and that. And I've seen some people talk about this and, like how they're lying and Pavekin could just have a harder time recovering from it, or it could be bad. I believe he has it. I don't think
just as bad as they say it is.
Maybe not, but I think it will happen. But if it doesn't, because Dean really said it, he really said, "Hey, we actually might not be fighting in Jan," and he wasn't angry about it or anything. He just said, a new opponent for Dillian, this and that.
I would be furious.
I would be furious because he doesn't seem very angry about it. For me, just how on earth are you going to let this one slip up?
You cannot really.
You can't, dude. This is the mandatory. Is Pavekin even mandatory?
No.
He's not. So what do you reckon will happen if Dillian doesn't take this?
Oh, I don't know. He can't get away, and Pavekin can't get away and fight somebody else. Who would he fight to become a mandatory? And he's really 41 now. He turns 41 next year, or 40 this year, or whatever.
I reckon. All right. That's your conversation in the chat. I honestly think if it doesn't happen, man, Chisora just keeps coming to mind. I don't know why.
Oh God. But how did they slot him in? He's lost.
What's up, Loz? Let me bring up the rankings.
Yeah, please, because I need a refresher myself.
There's just no one strong right there. Thanks for tuning in, Loz. I like the new profile picture. That's a good one as well.
I was about to change mine.
What were you going to change yours to?
You'll see. It's good that happened over the weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're going to put up. I reckon I know, but I'll wait and see.
Think about what the pics I usually put up. They're not so much blatant knockouts all the time. They're usually funny shots.
It's kind of on your feet or a body shot or...
Yeah, something pretty funny. or somebody come out with the oxygen mask. I think I had Richard Larty as the oxygen mask. Let me see. With him with the oxygen mask on.
Hello, Century Snooker. See, I unblocked you. My mods blocked you. I unblocked you because we need you around. How do you think Joshua looked? I thought he, in my opinion, I thought he looked great. I loved it.
I thought he was a bit timid. I think when he finally put some stuff together, he was able to get him out of there. But I think he was still worried about getting hit, and he was getting touched a little bit. I kept seeing that, like Mike said in the chat, that right hand over the top kept hitting him. I mean, I feel if it would have been him before Ruiz, he would have got him out of there maybe within 4 or 5 rounds.
It should have ended really, dude. It should have ended when he turned his back. But I've seen that before and it not being stopped.
I like what the referee did there, though. You know, that's the thing between him and somebody like Jack Reese. I doubt this guy here. He seems new, or well, on this stage. But granted, on this stage, listen, I would rather have somebody give somebody every opportunity than not to. But you can't have a double standard. That's what it comes with Jack Reese, because Jack Reese makes the show about him. He will literally help the guy up off the floor. That ref did not do that last night, the Pulev guy, right? That guy from South Africa. He counted like normal and gave him every opportunity before he was really, really out. He even beat the count. Number one, Jack Reese, okay, you want to give him opportunity, fine. Count like normal. But you didn't count like normal, so you got up early, right? And you were screaming in his ear to get up. That's just one small issue in and of itself. But the thing is, he'll do that for Fury. But for other fighters like that Perella guy versus Abel Ramos, he stopped in the last 3 seconds of the fight on his feet.
Yeah. And
he was winning the fight. So you can't do one thing and then another. I don't like
to me, Jack is full of shit.
Yeah, he's shit. He literally does one thing for one fight and another thing for other fights. Spirit of boxing for one fight, and then other fights he'll stop a guy, who's moving at 80 miles an hour.
We've got some good chat going on here, but I just want to switch our the direction to the original topic we were talking about. I'll bring the rankings up now. I can't believe Tony Yoka's in the rankings. I cannot believe it.
He hasn't been officially caught, right, for using Well, he has been, but I guess
he is so untrustworthy. He needs to be gone.
WBC.
On this side here, we're looking at the right side.
I
mean, Parker's. Let's go over, okay? These two are sorting something out. He's out for a bit. He is available. He's not ready. He might take it, but he's going for the WBO. I mean, if you look at him, he's number 2, so he won't take it there. He's occupied with fire. I think him and Michael Hunter have finally got something going. Eddie Hearn has
That's what you heard? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe Eddie, but these two might be in something. He's free.
Yep.
He's free. But he's not gonna do it. He won't do it.
No.
Because he was in talks before. He's game, but I mean it makes absolutely no sense from a rankings perspective.
I don't know what Caballero's deal is. I don't know how he found his way.
I mean, he's literally gone from here to here in a month.
Yeah, Caballero's poop. I mean, the guy is a plus-sized model. Like, you've heard of women plus-size models, right?
Yeah.
Ajit Caballero is a male plus-size model. No lie. I swear to you. Full-blown tits. Horrible, boring style. And should have lost to Chisora, had Chisora come in shape. And that's his crowning achievement. So, bum.
And the last two obviously won't.
Yeah, Sanchez just fought a light heavyweight, but I think uh he will fight given the opportunity to fight because he is
Yeah.
37, not 27, whatever his thing
I
says.
don't think this will
I want to see
happen.
Charles Martin in again with somebody.
I do, but it won't happen because his experience in the UK was that poor. And it's not for anything. It's not an eliminator. It's not a mandatory slot. Um, Michael could, but I don't think Dillian will want it. This will be a dream for me. That is unsettled.
Who
But
would
I
be?
reckon we're gonna get someone unranked if it turns out that he's not fighting Povetkin.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If I was Dillian White, I would not let him get away with that. Because he is 40. Like I don't like Povetkin getting a shot doesn't it mean much to somebody 10 years younger than him? I mean, well, it means more to somebody 10 years younger than him, right? Povetkin really is on his way out. And I don't know. I would be furious if I let that fight get away from me because I need that one.
That's a
It
very
wasn't
winnable
like
fight.
he was dominated or nothing. He was beating him handedly. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of White at all, but he was really working this guy until he finally got touched.
This fight is
Bacoli. White versus Bacoli.
Bocoli did call him out.
I think White could beat him. White will beat him, I think.
Bocoli would give him a little bit of something to think about in like the first round, but no, White would time him and he would knock him out because Bocoli is
there to be hit.
Very hittable. Like he can get hit with any punch from various ranges. So, and he's the international champion, so I guess the WBC would recognize that as a legitimate win. But he's still unranked. In fact, let me look at the ratings. November 2020. Let's see. Oh, here we go. These are the ratings. So these are okay. This is better to look at. I'm gonna forget the video there. What? Nah, Loz White's not a bum. He's not. I don't think he is. Bocoli's and all that, he's not. Mike thought he won.
Mike thought who won? That last fight.
Kuzman.
He thought Kuzman won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was close. I thought I could see that. Yeah, I thought that 96-94 was probably a good representation. I didn't know what the other guys were seeing with that other wide one. What was the one 99-91? No, I don't see that.
Oh yeah, these are different. These Oh yeah, Oscar Rivas isn't in there anymore. Actually,
what happened to that? Did he not pay a sanctioning fee?
No, he's in the Bridgerweight division.
Oh yeah.
No, this is wrong. The other one was more
recent,
legitimate because it's more recent. I don't think he's trash. Look, just because I don't like the guy much. I want to see Bocoli's birth certificate. Yeah, that guy's a freaking weirdo, man. He's still salty over that Michael Hunter loss.
Yes. But really, that was their, they brought in Michael Hunter to lose, and nobody talked about that fight at the time, remember? Yeah. And then even after he beat him, I remember I called in to Dante's Boxing Nation literally the week that Monday that he beat him. They didn't even know Michael Hunter was fighting. Michael talked about now because they look back. But, I mean, when I saw that, I was really happy for him because he was really brought in there to lose against somebody who was made out to be a monster.
He's not a monster.
Yeah,
White,
now obviously, yeah, we can see
White,
the
White
time.
is gonna White is not gonna fight Povetkin next because you know what as well. There's been a bit of disrespect thrown with the whole COVID thing, so I don't think they'll. I don't think it's gonna happen now. Um, Dillian's gonna fight Bacoli next, or he'll fight maybe Kuzman because that's how White goes. He'll fight someone that lost to someone, like Michael Hunter Povetkin. He won't fight Michael Hunter, who most people thought he won. He'll fight
Yeah,
the guy that was perceived as the loser from
yeah,
that contest. So he'll probably fight Kuzman. But I think honestly, Bacoli would make more sense. But he's not even, you know.
is he ready to even fight in January? Because I think his trainer is a drama queen too, and will make up all sorts of excuses to not fight. I don't think they will. They'll run it back.
Who's the drama queen?
Bacoli's trainer and manager. That
Oh,
fact.
what, the Scottish dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slow Joyce would beat Dillian. It really depends. Michael Hunter, I think, would. That's a bad style matchup.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get Joshua versus Joyce next. We're not gonna get that next because Joyce
You
isn't
think
in.
Joshua Joyce or Joshua Usyk? I think we both agree Usyk, right?
Well, we'll move on to that.
Yeah, we can go back to what we were just saying.
We can go back
A little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I think Joshua Usyk is next.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I'm not mad. I think it's a good fight. I think
Yeah.
it's huge in the UK. I think they're going to do it at Wembley. But Usyk is going to get eaten up, man. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's going to get hurt badly. Oh, man. He's there. He's there.
Yeah.
That's a good fight for Joshua, though. It's a good one. It's a good scalp to get, you know. Boy, Joyce is a problem. He is. I think Usyk will pull out a few weeks. Nah. I don't think he will. Is that who you would like to see fight Joshua next, Tyrone?
I think he'll be stuck with fighting him. Yeah, I think there really isn't nobody else to fight. They're talking about it's going to be Fury, whatever. But we both heard that Wilder Fury 3 is supposedly a go for next year.
I would like to hear something about that fight this month. Because at this point, not even at this point, but it's just a mess. And there's too much because there's so many contradicting things. Like Bob said, it's already done, but we're talking about it. So it's clearly not done. And then Eddie's saying, we're going to negotiate, we're going to make the fight, but Wilder's the obstacle, he's in the way. That's what I put in the title. So what I'm saying is, like, the Fury and Joshua is just being propaganda now. It's just being pushed so hard to the fans. And seriously, I feel sorry for these fans because a lot of them some of them anyway, are just like they're convinced this is next when it's not.
Yep.
It's so far away or it won't ever happen because there's just too much going on in between.
I trust with what P Boxing says, man. Look what he just said in the chat.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Nas and Sky said it. Well, they got their information from Nas as well, I think. If they're saying it and they've got connections, then it is imminent. It has to be. It has to be. You know? Let me just see what Law's put here. That is true. That is actually true. You know, even though that other stuff doesn't mean too much. Yeah. Joshua's going to beat Usyk.
Yeah.
You know.
He'll be too much, I think. And I say that a lot. I always say somebody else will be too much for someone else.
Look, man, Usyk is not going to be able. I see the first round or two, Usyk just staying on the outside, not even throwing a punch. Because when you have someone like that in front of you who can box and who can bang, it's an issue. It's a hard thing to overcome. I don't think he'll box the way he did against Pulev, where he's doing all the hand feints and everything. I reckon he'll probably put his gloves up high, kind of go vintage like. I'm trying to think of a fight where what would be a close representation, because Joshua's not really fought anyone that's quick, especially on their feet. For example, if I was to make a close comparison, I'd say Fury and Spilka. If Wilder was going for Usyk, he would have those types of movers under his name. But with Joshua, maybe I don't know. He's just got to he will step forward at will. He will, and he'll just take control of the whole fight real early. Nah, it's not an easy night for Usyk. That's a bad night. That's his first L. Man, it's a good fight though. I like that fight. Can't stand there or go forward and back like he's on rails. Yeah, he would knock him into the middle of next year. He 100% would. I don't know, man. And who knows when that happens? Because they were talking after saying 5 months, 6 months, I want to fight. And then they're talking about Fury. How is Fury going to fight in that time? He's not going to be ready, even if he was to take the third fight. Hold on 1 sec. I think Tyron stepped away.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Needs to cut the ring off? Yeah. How is Joshua going to beat Usyk with his chin in the air throwing? No, he doesn't even need to throw that shot. The right hand down the middle will do it. He'll fight AJ, I think. There's no one else, dude. There's literally no one else. Even Joe Joyce's manager is saying Joyce isn't going to fight him next because he said, bring on Fury AJ. But then a week before, he was saying Joyce versus Usyk for the vacant. Because they're not going to vacate. They're not going to give that up. Yeah. Every belt represents their A side because they want to be the guy in the division that holds it all. That fight is happening next. One good smack off a top heavyweight. Usyk wig would come flying off. That's funny. All right. We got a special guest in the building. We finally got Coach Chris on, which is good. Coach Chris, welcome, champ.
Yo, what's going on, man? Thank you for having me. Much appreciation to you, bro.
Hey, what's up, Coach Chris?
Yo, Ty, what's up, bro?
What's going on? I forgot to ask you about some SNC questions. I was telling Watcher if he has time, maybe we can. I might get a chance to ask you some stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. We can always chop it up on some training. Always, brother.
Cool.
100%.
Man.
Again,
hey.
What were you guys saying?
So what did you say again?
What were you guys saying?
I was about to ask you guys, what are you guys talking about with the fight, man? What do you guys think?
Well, Joshua Pulev, I think Joshua looked tremendous. And I said that style of Pulev is made for AJ. If you look at how he brutalized Klitschko and he got hurt in that fight, if he was smarter in that fight, he wouldn't have hit the floor. He wouldn't have to go 11 rounds. He did because he was still a bit fresh, but And saying that European style where you're stiff, you've got that chin up, you've got that open guard. It's just there all day. I liked it, and AJ showed that vintage side again, which I liked.
Yeah, man. I thought it was good performance by AJ, man. Really liked how he was on that jab back to the boxing. And
I think you're cutting out a bit.
Obviously, not in a boxing match, but just hitting the stomach, fight. Like I can't see. Hello?
Yeah, you're cutting out, man. I think you cut out. We missed most of that.
Hello?
Hey, coach, come back in. So come back out and then come back in.
Really? Oh, man,
Yeah, you're cutting out, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back in. I got you. I'm gonna come back.
All good. All right, let's just see this chat. Yeah, this happens a lot. It happened with Stormy as well. Let me just see this. Joshua will be in hospital. Probably. Would you agree with that, Tyrone?
Joshua being what?
Salute focus ball. If what Century Snooker said here, I'll bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because those right hands were just too open.
Yeah, it's very possible. I think, though, I think eventually, he would get hit, but I think, well, I'll just go back to what I said about the performance with Pulev. I thought it was just too timid at points, and then when he finally put his hands together, he got him out of there. Had it been a pre-Ruiz AJ, he probably would have got him out of there in like 4 or 5 rounds. But I think he was just trying to think of what he should do, and while he was thinking, he was getting caught with the right hand, and his chin was still there. Had it been Wilder there, yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
it really depends. I do think the layoff played a factor in kind of slowing down a bit, because I don't think he was timid, in my opinion, because I saw the look on his face and like he was really willing to take Pulev out. There were just spurts where he kind of was thinking about it too much. That's what it seemed to be. And then he got him out of there. That right hand at the end just completely laid him out. But that ref counted. That ref counted.
if he like I said about the count, if he wants to continue the count, make sure he keeps this sort of job for every fight.
Yeah.
Right, don't pick and choose.
I mean, Pulev, he's tough. I'll give him that. I remember after the fight, they're like fist pumping each other and like shouting at each other.
I didn't see that.
And they're like screaming in each other's face. I thought, oh my god, there's gonna be another fight. But no, it was good. What did you think of Mayweather being there?
I didn't know what I don't know what that was all about. I think it was more of a he didn't have, he just had time to kill.
Yeah, I found that weird.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was on business or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I doubt it. What's he going to do business for in the UK, coming to Wembley? Coach Chris, I'll let you back on in a sec. I'll just let this flow for a bit, and then I'll let you back on in a sec. Yeah, he was fronting on him. No, look, man, he couldn't compete with him, and he wasn't struggling with Pulev. He let him back in the fight a bit, but that's it. You know. What's here? All right. Yep. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I agree with this. That was funny. I liked that. That was good. Oh man, that shit was hilarious. Hey, even Dillian White was there. Can you believe that? Dillian White was at the
I
event,
do believe that. Yeah.
and he said that Michelle Joy Phelps was interviewing him, and she said Wilder's called out your name and this and that, and Dillian's like, well, he offers nothing to me, and it's like, he offers nothing to you. I mean, the former champion just lost, and you got knocked out by someone that avoided him by popping dirty, and you're getting an opportunity to say so, and you say he does nothing for him. Dillian for me just doesn't quite know what he's talking about. And again, at the start, I said, you got to get this Povetkin fight, my friend, because you're not getting a title shot for a long time otherwise. Yep, Mo Boxing, that's how it is. Is a peasant no one wants. Well, yeah, I don't get the guy, man. But yeah, I thought the event was good. That crowd was good as well. It was like they were back at the O2 as well a bit. Even though there was I think there was over 1,000 people there, but Volts UK said, remember when Chisora called him the spare wheel that you can do with? Hey, Chisora is not lying, and they still got beef. But like I said, man, Dillian's an idiot. I mean, you have to be that dumb not to get the rematch, It's ridiculous, in my opinion. You guys got anything to say on that?
Just for him, he needs to get that rematch somehow, get that one back, because I mean, time is running out, and not for him. He's 31 or 30, 31, but by the time he finally does get another shot or works his way back up again, the top of the division will not be the same. And I guarantee you some of the top fighters will retire. So, he needs to somehow find his way way back to that rematch. So he could get it.
Thoughts, Coach Chris? You there?
Coach Chris? Hello?
I think I don't know, it must be his audio or something. His mic is on.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. First time having Coach Chris on, we've got technical difficulties. Oh, come on, Volt, don't mention that dude. Do not mention him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his your mic is cutting out again.
Okay, this is a new mic. Hold on, all right. Okay, I'm trying to debut a new mic here that I just got, and it's not even working, huh? It's no good.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's better.
Can you hear me?
I'm not. You can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit now.
I can hear you. That's better.
Hear you too. You guys can't hear me though.
Yeah, I can hear you. But I don't think I can hear you.
That's unbelievable. I just got this mic. It's 3 days old, yo.
Maybe it's the internet as well and everything going on.
There's or something like what the hell?
It's better now, though. I can hear you more clearly and everything. You got flow.
Like not having any problems, man.
Oh my god.
Rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? I was excited. He was like, "Yo, you want to be on the live?" I'm like, "I'm breaking out my new mic, bro."
Oh man, Dora, we'll try and walk through it.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, chat? Let me know. Am I good or what, yo? All right,
Yeah,
well,
good.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
thought it was going on right now.
All right, bet. Maybe it's my freaking Verizon, bro. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Dillian White, I'm so tired of him trolling on everybody, bro. And then he just got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, really just, you know, he just ain't trying to, salute Coach Mr. Shelton. You know what I'm saying? Salute Mo Boxing. You know what I'm saying? I just want Dillian White to kind of disappear. Like either step up and fight somebody like Luis Ortiz or Andy Ruiz, or you know, like after you obviously get this rematch and beat Povetkin. I guess I don't know. I just Dillian White's such a poor fighter. It seems it's just like whatever, dude. Just get out of here, bro.
That's how a lot of us feel. Century Snooker. If his balls drop, then maybe I can make a prediction. But as of right now, he's currently running. So we'll wait for him to, make his mind up on what he says, because at the end of the day, there's a bit too many lies going around now. The walls are really closing in, to be quite frank. You guys can piggyback off that if you want. You there, Ty?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, that AJ's got a mandatory with Usyk. Looks like the WBA is going to call.
Damn, he cut out again.
Yeah, it's cutting out again. Maybe you can use your laptop's mic or your computer's mic if it has it built in.
Yeah, he drops off again. What do you mean the walls are closing in? Wilder just got... Can we not mention that guy in the chat, please? Can we not mention... We don't really mention other, things like that. Can we not mention that, please? I don't want to spread that. He can't take an L? Yeah, he can. He took that L. We got smashed from pillow to post. Man, some of you guys are gonna come with this a bit stronger. Pillar to post, not pillow. Pillow is what. Fury is dog food on an even. Probably, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
it's all good, Volts. All good. It's not happening. Joshua Fury's not happening next. This is what we need. This is what people need to get through to their head. I'm sorry. You think Joshua's really going to drop a belt for Usyk? You know what I mean? Like, he's going to beat him up. Okay? He's going to get in there and put that guy out. 1,000,000%. I'm just watching this chat. If you want to bring up points, Tyrone, feel free to as well. Yeah.
I don't know why they're so obsessed with the second fight. They obviously saw somebody who couldn't even stand on both legs, and they think that it's like set in stone. Why don't they ever talk about the first one? Fury was arguably in better shape in the first one.
You know
And he
what
held
someone
more
tried
in
to
the
tell
first
me
one.
yesterday? Someone tried to tell me about, and I think you've said it before as well, Tyrone, but
Yeah.
they're saying, 3-year layoff and drugs and 10 stone and someone, True Geordie, I don't know if you know him, but he also said that when he was watching the Joshua Pulev fight. And I'm like, well, a lot of you guys like to big up, the guys from the 80s and so on, like Marvin Hagler, for example. Now, I don't know what the situation was with a particular fight with him, but Sugar Ray Leonard, I believe, had 3 years off or something, and his
Yeah.
first fight back was Marvin Hagler. Am I wrong in that?
Yeah. No, it's true. It was his first fight back.
So, again, we can bang on about how Fury had a layoff, but you got to understand that Leonard didn't fight a tune-up. He went to fight Marvin straight away, and I believe he beat him. He beat Marvin Hagler. A lot of people dispute that fight, but does that mean Marvin Hagler is a bum all of a sudden because he couldn't beat someone off a 3-year layoff?
Yeah,
Just like
exactly.
a lot of people call Wilder a bum because he couldn't beat, or he got a draw and supposedly it was the wrong decision they got. You know what I mean? So you guys got to come a bit better with that. You understand? And bearing in mind that Fury did have 2 poor, but he had tune-ups before he fought Wilder. Leonard, though, at a lower weight as well, being the smaller man, he jumped right in with that killer. The victim mentality with Wilder is hilarious. Cool, man. I mean, that's your opinion at the end of the day. L-Dog, nah, I don't think anyone's saying anything bad about you, L-Dog. Joey Spencer, yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him fight on the PPC. You know Joey Spencer, yeah?
Yeah. I know him. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
saw what
mean,
he said about that. I went back to Dante's Boxing Nation video about it. Yeah, he makes sense, and he lives there. He's from outside of Detroit or whatever, from Michigan. So
yeah, I mean, this is funny as hell, man. But yeah, I wonder. Let me just say this.
exactly, Mr. Sheldon. Yeah, they want him to fight Ortiz. He fights Ortiz, and then all of a sudden, Ortiz was 100 years old or whatever. And so what I just I don't understand it. Like literally, I mean, people can see something there. Like, so the first fight was just a fluke. Somehow, Tyson Fury transformed himself in less than a year and became this dominant. No dominant. What? When you look at the fight, does any of us say Wilder did anything really good in the second fight? Because he couldn't do anything. He was literally stumbling most of the place. People talk about what Tyson Fury did good. Notice how whenever those people talk about what Tyson Fury did good, they can't say anything that Wilder did good. If it's supposed to be a competitive fight, it's supposed to be a close fight. If it's supposed to be a 50-50 fight, like it were the first time, right? Aren't there supposed to be stuff done good on both sides?
No, someone get timed out. I think someone got timed out. Don't time anyone out, man. Keep them there. Keep them there. Let me just get this.
How does Tyson Fury go from going life and death against a supposed bum, quote unquote, Wilder, and somehow he just All I did was get on the inside. Get off the gas. If it was that easy, you would have did it first time.
My finger slipped. Eddie Hearn has sent an offer to both Hrgovic and Hunter. Let's hope the fight gets made. Let's hope Hrgovic actually
Why
wants
didn't he
it.
make it while Hunter was there?
Now he wants to make it.
Now he wants to
Now
make
all of a
it.
sudden.
Why? Because he's pushed and money. They need a good undercard somewhere.
You don't want that undercard for AJ Usyk, eh? Or something.
They're gonna try to make that for that. Watch. That'll be like the co-main.
Man. Seriously.
I feel Ortiz, had he been given like, if he got moving around like 4 years into his pro career, he'd be champ no problem, even 5 years. Remember when he knocked out Tony Thompson? The Brian Jennings fight was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember that fight. Ortiz, because Thompson talks a lot of shit to his opponents.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, you don't want to, like, there are certain guys you just don't want to shit talk. Okay? And Ortiz is not one of them. Like, during this stare down, you know Ortiz, dude.
Yeah.
He gives you that look. It's like I'm telling you, right? There are some fighters who are like, if I was a heavyweight boxer that I would not want to fight, Ortiz would definitely be one of them. He is a freaking scary dude. And like, he then said something in Spanish to Thompson. I think he said like, I think it's like, I'm going to enjoy this or something, or this will be good or something. And like, he knocked Tony out. I mean, he just put him down a few times. What's this chat saying? Usyk greater than Ortiz?
Okay.
Of the two guys that Usyk fought at this weight,
No.
really, come on.
He didn't set the world on fire in either of those performances. So why are we talking about him like he's, he did amazing at cruiserweight.
Usyk better go to Bridgeway. Oh, that won't be a problem. He'll probably beat everyone there.
Ortiz will knock out Pulev today. Well, give him 3 months to recover, and he'll knock him out. No problem.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Elbow likes his European fighters. What'd you say?
They're not going to get into a mix-up. Pulev is too up and down, too, like, stiff.
Yeah. No, he's too small. I mean, Chisora completely he completely crapped on himself in that fight. He could have won that fight, but he decided to Pulev resume greater than Ortiz.
Who's Pulev fought?
Let's go to box rec. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let us absolutely see. This is where I get happy. Before we go to that, please subscribe and hit the thumb button that is pointing up. Is it me or is this stream lagging a bit?
Is Coach Trish coming back or what happened? I forgot.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I haven't got an Instagram message either. But when I talk, you know how like when you talk, the circle expands?
Yeah.
It's slow. It like lags.
No, I see you fine from here.
Oh, okay. Well, on my end, it's funny.
Let's get box rec up.
All right, I'm bringing box rec up right now. Hold on, let me just. I love this.
I can name it too. His best wins are probably Dimitrenko, right? Ustinov. Clown, that's a freak show there.
If we're even going to talk about that, I mean, Porky's Corner?
Yeah.
I said, go check out the video where Dean is talking, right? I said, Dean White. And then Porky said, Dean White, ? And he's like, no such person.
No such person. Still,
Um,
Century Snooker is back with a vengeance. Century Snooker, can't you just admit that that second fight looked off?
geez, one time I agree with Nate Diaz. Okay,
Yeah,
don't worry about that shit. Let's look at box rec. We're going to box rec. See, I could look up who Pulev's beat and where they were ranked, but I'm not going to do that. We could if you want, but I might not do that. It isn't a bother for me, though. Man, this stream on my end is laggy. This weather just ruins it. Too hot today.
Let's see here.
All right, can we see this?
Yep.
We can see this? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who are the names? Dimitrenko?
Usynov, Tony Thompson,
Not
Klitschko
these
lost,
two. Klitschko lost. No one. Chisora.
and Huey Fury. That's it.
Are we really going to count Samuel Peter? Huey Fury. And maybe Dino coming off a loss, though.
Bogdan Danuha had him hurt, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't get the job done.
But if you look at how BoxRec, I don't follow BoxRec's info too much, but these stars obviously mean something in terms of the quality.
Yeah, basically, 5 star is the best possible fight you could have. 4 star is like a okay fight. 1 star shit, 2 star shit, 3 star is shit. If you're a champ, you should be having mostly 5 star fights, maybe 4 star fights.
How is Joshua 4 and Chisora 5?
Because of Pulev's ranking.
Oh, right. Okay.
At the time.
Let's now look at Mr. Ortiz.
Ortiz has had 2 5-star fights. I'm pretty sure.
Got a damn good rating, though. 4.5.
Yeah. Yeah, he's usually there.
Right,
he was number 1 at one time, wasn't he? For like a couple months, he was number 1 in the world.
Oh, man. All right, so this was his first real good guy, but he tested positive for that one.
Latif Coyote, yeah. Latif Coyote beats Dimitrenko at that time.
Well, there you go. Already that's out the way. That's out the way already. Damn, this wind.
Latif Coyote, okay, now granted, okay, I will say this. What's his name was past it, Antonio Tarver, but cruiserweight had nothing going on, and Antonio Tarver was one of the best people at cruiserweight, and he had to draw off Antonio Tarver before he moved up to heavyweight and fought King Kong Ortiz. All right, Brian Jennings, of course, that's a good win. He just lost to Klitschko.
This isn't like this guy's not great, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He's funny. Ooh! He started moaning after he got knocked out.
Brian, how did Kubrat beat Tony? Let's see.
Someone like that. That's just an opinion. And what of it, L-Dog? Well, what of it?
He went to points.
I never told you.
He went to points with Tony. Ortiz finished him.
Huh?
Malik Scott?
No, Brian. Yeah, Malik Scott just came and kind of put his track shoes on. I mean, Malik Scott is a good name to have on a resume.
Malik.
But I thought that he didn't.
I said Tony with Tony Thompson. Yeah. Ortiz finished him, whereas Kubrat went to a points decision with him. It was unanimous. So performance-wise, common opponent, Ortiz did the better job. We can count how far past he was, whatever. It doesn't matter. He got the job done. The loss to Deontay.
Yeah, I thought Tony Thompson was old in the Pulev fight too. So I made 102 versus. I'm not saying Tony Thompson is 100 years old, but if somebody's 50 years old and then he's 53 years old, is that a major difference in deterioration? Not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a similar type performance.
I'd say Christian is definitely a
Hoffman is not a bad win. I say that's okay.
Nah, Hoffman's not a good win.
Well, he did beat Amir Mansour. I mean, he was on that little PBC lower heavyweight circuit and seemed to be the best guy from those. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Welcome back, Coach. Just a sec before you speak, Tony, Coach. I just want to go back to this chat. I'm not putting the link in, dude. For what?
Now he's saying you're ducking smoke, LMAO.
Hold on. I don't give a shit about all that talk. That's all fantasy talk. Coming off losses? Nah, you're lying. Actually, let me check. Oh, actually, no, you're not completely wrong. Oh, yeah. 1-2. Malik Scott wasn't coming off a loss. Latif wasn't, even though it's a no contest.
Yeah, let's see.
Vidondu,
Right, yeah.
Hammer coming off 2. So, no, not all of them. Well, I mean, what about Pulev? Let's see. Let's see with Pulev. Chisora,
Yeah, Johnny did come off of a loss.
Dino was coming off a loss.
Yeah, Bogdan Dinu was coming off of a loss.
I'm just saying, you can't just say someone beats someone. Yeah, I can. It's not proven. It is. It's on the record. There's footage.
If he wants to say, like, I read one of his comments, he said Ortiz is slowest plotting footwork I have ever seen. Well, obviously, no. Well, if that's true, you haven't watched enough boxing. Do I agree that his footwork has been slow in recent years? Yeah, I do. I think he has been pretty plodding and slow, but I think that's just it was always like that before, not as slow as it is now, but I mean that he always did that, right? He didn't have to run across the ring or get on his feet. Right? He has the skill to work from range, to be able to grab shots and be able to, like Volt says, has great accuracy. Yeah, he has great accuracy. That's where his skills lie. Right? Nobody says anything when Pulev is all straight up and down with not more than 2 punches in his arsenal. Pulev doesn't have an uppercut.
That's the thing as well. Like with Pulev, can we really like point a performance out where it's like, wow, like look what he can do? Whereas
Dimitrenko maybe, but that was years ago.
Yeah. Well, that and that's it.
Couldn't land.
Don't time him out.
Now
Right. Can we not attack each other? I'm going to bring Coach Chris in. Let's bring Coach Chris in. You back, man?
Yo, I'm here.
Okay, you sound good now.
Here we go.
Cool. All right. So there's some guys in here who are downing Ortiz. You know, what else is new?
Luis Ortiz?
Yep, they're downing Ortiz as usual. What do you have to say to these guys?
Tell your boys to fight him. I mean, shit, man. Anthony Joshua just fought freaking Kurat Pulev. He could have easily have fought, you know, Luis Ortiz, but for some reason, Luis Ortiz isn't the IBF mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. The politics of boxing and keeping boxers away from people. I mean, they used to fight on the same promotional company, and they never fought. And he was his mandatory, and he didn't fight him. So I mean, look, AJ looked better against Pulev. I'll give him that. But
yeah,
this is all about Deontay Wilder not fighting Anthony Joshua and getting the big Anthony Joshua fights in before he has to fight Deontay Wilder. And I don't think they're going to be able to get it off. So, you know, AJ's improved. He hasn't fought in a year, so that's good to see. But Pulev kind of made to be knocked out, you know. He hit AJ with some shots. AJ took them well, but, you know, AJ's not as chinny as, you know, perceived, maybe. Guess that tells you Andy Ruiz is a bit of a better puncher. You know, and we're thinking about, but, you know, doubting Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is a top 5 heavyweight for sure. So I think AJ's probably. I'd like to see AJ and Ortiz fight at some point. I think that'd be a good fight. I just want to see Wilder get this rematch in and him get the AJ. That's really it. Like I kind of looked at last night as like the semifinal. You know what I'm saying? And like AJ had the easy pick, and then we got the rematch between Wilder and Fury, and then the winners fight for undisputed. Politics and media and old head whatever and UK European boxing or whatever. They want it to be Wilder. I mean, they want it to be Fury and AJ. But at the end of the day, it's the fight for undisputed. And like they ran from it when it was Wilder and AJ before. So shit, man, like 2 years has passed. So, hopefully now they're willing to step up and be adults, because I think Fury's either going to drop the belt or he's going to go in there and Wilder's going to freaking obliterate him. So I think watcher, like I'm going to tell you, man, like rewatching that fight with you guys, because I haven't really rewatched it since like March, but looking at it again and knowing what we all know now, as far as like him really, really being drugged and like really coming into the ring on the half anyway, with Fury having the loaded gloves. I'm of the mind now thinking, looking at the fight, looking at how his feet looked and how he was tripping over himself. Because before you thought something was up, but now that we know that something definitely was put in his water, because he said so, now I'm thinking even with the loaded gloves, he probably beats Fury.
That's what I think myself,
and,
because
because Fury didn't do really that much damage. Really, like you gotta think about the emotion of when you watch the fight versus what we know now and rewatching it again. Like when you're watching the fight live during the fight, he's bleeding out of his ear. You don't think he has a cut in his ear. You think his damn eardrum's bleeding. So you're like, shit, oh my God, what the hell's going on? Oh man, he's taking so much damage. But it was a cut inside of his ear that needed stitches that was bleeding. So that's where the blood was coming from. And he was staggering anyway because he was doped up. They drugged him. So, and then you couple that with Fury having more punching power and fighting extremely dirty. And then, Mark Breland throws in the towel. And it's like, he didn't even really throw it in at that time. But, it just, I think Fury's going to go in there and get knocked the fuck out if he goes in there and fights Wilder, yo.
Well, you just cut out again.
All. Yeah, if he actually takes the fight, I'll be like, all right, well, he's got, he's not a complete pussy then. Because for him to go in that ring with them gloves like that, I don't think Tyson Fury knew that Deontay Wilder was going to be whatever. I wouldn't think that he would have anything to do.
Really, Tyson Fury, the first 2 rounds, or the first, round and a half, really. Right, when he came in the second half of the other half of the second round, he said, this guy really has nothing to table. And let me ask this, right? Why didn't ESPN or Fox put in a corner cam and you can hear them mic'd up in Wilder's corner? I didn't hear anything from Fury's corner. I didn't hear a thing from Fury's corner. Because if you did, we would have heard, there's nothing coming back now. Or something of that effect.
He's not throwing hard punches. He's freaking stumbling around.
Exactly.
Like he drank tequila at the bar. So it's like, now that you watch the fight and you actually see, like, wow, he's really stumbling around out there. Like, he's really breathing heavy, like, before the fight even starts. Like, something was definitely wrong. Something was definitely wrong. Like, the same guy that came out against Brazil, come on, man. It wasn't the same person.
No,
so,
it wasn't even.
Hey,
go ahead.
No, I'm going to just say, hey, Fury's going to go in there and get absolutely cremated if he go. Because now he won't have the extra reach on the jab with the hook, with the janky, pulling the hand out the glove. little trick he was pulling there, and he won't have the extra power in the right hand. He's gonna go in there like he fighting Otto Wallin, man. Like with that kind of punching power, Wilder's gonna go in there and beat. He's gonna knock him out, man. He's gonna knock his head off his shoulders, bro. He's gonna rock He's gonna rock, yo. It's gonna be like he goes in there and works the jab. It'll only be a matter of time. He goes in there like 3 rounds. He'll catch him. And Fury, he'll just jump on the ground and get out of there, yo. He don't want to get hurt.
Yeah. My thing is this, right? For all these guys who say, "Oh, glove cage is is hilarious, is this, that, and everything else," why don't they just sit down and say to themselves, "Okay, Fury hit him with what he had in the first fight. He didn't really move him. Even when he hit him in that last round, he just kind of, I wouldn't even say buzzed him, but stopped him in his tracks a little bit. Fury in the second fight all of a sudden throws a jab, and Wilder gets thrown all the way back. Or he looks at him and he stumbles. Or he turns this way and he stumbles again. I mean, obviously something is wrong there. So why do you always up this performance? I don't know what – I don't see the same thing they see in the second fight. There's no such thing as, "Oh, well, I'm just going to change my strategy and I'm going to come in the inside and knock him out." Okay, how come – is Fury really that much sharper than all his other opponents IQ-wise? Of course not. No, people are human, right? They're all boxers. He's not some master scientist, Fury. No. So really, what's the real deal here? You don't think that people actually try to fight on the inside before? Why is it so?
You don't get punching power. You don't just get punching power. You don't just decide like one day, like, "Oh, I'm gonna punch harder today." Like that. That's not how boxing. That's not how anything works. You don't pitch and then go like, "Oh man, I've been pitching 88 miles an hour, but I think it's time to get up there to 95 miles." Like, nah, bro. You're going to pitch as hard as you can, and that's how hard you pitch, and that's what it is to a certain degree.
Tucker and L-Dog and all these haters, why was it so up and down in the first fight? Why was it a real toss-up in the first fight? All of a sudden, it's a complete shutout where the champion –
I don't think it was a toss-up.
Couldn't do anything.
I think Wilder won the first fight. I don't think it was really a toss-up. I think that whole thing was BS. I think between Paulie Malignaggi, the way he was commentating the fight, and I don't think it was that close.
Horrible,
because Fury didn't land a punch that mattered till the 6th round. Fury didn't land any power shots that meant anything until the 6th round. The first 3 rounds, he literally was running around just trying not to get knocked the fuck out the first 3 rounds. And Wilder was just telegraphing the right hand, but Wilder was dictating the pace of the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Fury really, to me, the 7th and the 8th, only rounds I'm really thinking that Fury decisively won because he didn't land any shots. He didn't land any shots, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's different.
I won't lie. I had Fury edge it by a round because there was a action. You know what I mean? I felt like watching it. I never watched it back again. I have to watch it back again. But from what I saw, it was the whole licking. He would put his tongue out and flick the jab.
No, man. Those shots weren't even touching him, man. The first 3 rounds, Wilder won the first 2-3 rounds. Definitely. Just because, look, you're trying to take someone's – can't come in there dancing around. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, this guy's chasing you around the ring, and you're just, running along the ropes, pity-patting and fainting. Like, you're not winning those rounds, man. Like, that's not boxing. Not a boxing lesson. You're running around. This is the heavyweights, man. Like, get out of here. You got to land some shots. You got to sit down and throw a left hook and a right hand. You got to let some shots go, man. Them pity pat shots, man, and you want along the ropes, he chasing you. Like, get out of here, yo. Not winning them rounds.
I love this talk. This is excellent. I will get back into it. Salute Young Merv the Cut Man. Welcome. Listen, Tyrone. Yeah. We're gonna do a stream this week. And Coach Chris, if he's got time, and whoever else, we're gonna watch the fight back. The video's gonna get taken down. afterward because
the first
they're
one,
not going
right?
to be. What'd you say? Sorry,
The first one.
the first one. We're gonna watch the
Okay,
first
cool.
one back.
Yeah.
We're gonna score it, but we're not just gonna watch it in real time. We're gonna slow it down. I'm gonna show you how Fury did messed up in that fight. But let me just address this chat. So let's see. L Dog, you're saying that actually not even L Dog, so many people. What did you say before? You said that Devin Haney glove. Nah, you're wrong. Because I saw that during the fight. That's the same combination Fury threw. Devin threw a jab and then a hook, but it didn't bend past his wrist, brother. That's what I'm saying. So you're trying to find ways to. You're saying AJ versus Ruiz, there's knuckles showing. There's not, though. You're looking at the lighting on freaking leather, man. Let's be real here, please. Like, it's not a discussion. Look, if you think it's photoshopped, okay, that's an admission. And the facts are it's not photoshopped, so it's there. So, yeah. Hey, Young Merv, which channel? Oh, man, this chat is good. You guys can continue. I'll be in the chat.
I'll make it analogous to this. I was just playing God of War yesterday. I'm late late to the party. I don't know why. It came out 2 years ago, but it's the first time I am playing it. But it's kind of like this, right? So the boss, he keeps. I'm playing on the highest setting. He keeps beating my ass and beating my ass and beating my ass and beating my ass.
Right.
The 8th time, right? 8th or 9th time, he's glitched, so he can't move. And that's how I beat him. Believe it or not. So that's how I see this Wilder Fury thing. The boss was glitched the second fight where he literally could not move, and I was able to get his health down to the cutscene. That's how I was able to win.
Yeah, I just my thing is, if it was so easy, why is he running from it? It's a much bigger fight.
Right.
And I mean, AJ just fought Saturday, so he's not fighting again until July. So what? You're not going to fight nobody?
Yeah.
You're not going to fight anybody. You're gonna take 16 months off, and you can't take a freaking tune-up. Okay? Because fuck these tune-ups. His whole career is fucking tune-ups. Tyson Fury, literally, other than Wilder and Klitschko, his whole career is fucking tune-ups. So there's no bigger fight for you to be in. This is prize fighting. You're gonna make more money in this fight than any fight. Stop being scary, man. He's acting real weird, bro. He's freaking. What'd he do? He was trying to not get some award. He's trying to lay low, man. Because this glove thing could come out and it could be a big deal. If some old hardcore evidence comes out, somebody leaks it to Fox News or something, man. His freaking trainer is a sucker. He don't train nobody else, so nobody's even looking to talk to him. I'm telling you, man, it's just real fishy with this guy. Just take the fight. I don't see what's so scary. I don't see what's the hesitation. If you're supposed to be the big bad man, take the rematch, bro. Why you acting like a punk, bro? If you you washed him, so what's good? You don't want $40 million, $50 million? What are you talking about? That don't even make no sense.
Just let me quickly interrupt. Sorry. Hamza S, good to meet you. Did you know, Coach Chris, that he has actually got his lawyers to Fury has got his lawyers to the BBC to stop them from giving him an award? So possibly taking legal action for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he a tough guy with them. Feel me? So with the BBC, I'm suing. Yeah, I'm gonna send my lawyers around there. Hey, write them a letter and let them know to cease and desist. But Wilder called you a cheater on Instagram, and you ain't sued nothing. You just like, yeah, I could sue you for libel, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy that sues a television station that's trying to give me an award. I'm gonna sue them, but I ain't gonna sue the guy that's freaking calling me a cheater, yo. I ain't gonna sue that guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna sue him. I'm gonna give him a G pass. Feel me? He good, but you guys try and give me this award. Nah, yo, I don't want your award, yo. Yo, tell them I'll sick my lawyer on you. You're a cheating bastard. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you slide though, Deontay. Yeah, I know. You just can't handle losing, so I'm gonna just let you slide and call me a cheater.
Do you think he'll finally be relieved when he loses? I think Fury, because really, fight after fight, I've never seen somebody in recent memory get so lucky and get away with some of these decisions he's been having. Like honestly, like the Hammer fight, the Cunningham fight, the Klitschko fight.
He's under a lot of pressure, man.
The Klitschko fight, the Wilder fight, both Wilder fights, the Wallin fight. I mean, you can only be lucky for so long.
You know what? You know who he's like right now? Have you ever seen that movie 21 Bridges?
Nah.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
He's under a lot of pressure like those guys had all that cocaine. You know, it's like got a lot of pressure on him right now. Like, oh my God, he under pressure. My man got 2 promoters on both sides of the Atlantic. He's freaking cheated all the time. He's a PED cheat. He's running with the mob. He's got his mob boss buddy. He's shouting him out on the gram. This guy is a hot boy, man. He's freaking. He's gonna get locked up, man. He keeps on this route. Yeah, he needs to calm his ass down. He needs to sit his ass down somewhere. Yo,
you know,
he's real hot right now.
The guy said not too long ago, I'll never give Wilder a shot again. I'll sue him for 100 million defamation, this and that. Sorry, but ESPN say otherwise. You have nowhere to go, man. What happened, man? What happened, Gypsy King? What happened to December 5th? That fight never happened.
His own promoter got him. Bob, look, man, look. They trying to look. The way Bob's looking at it, look. Bob need this guap, you hear me? He need this Wilder Fury fight, yo. What other fight does he have? He has no other fight that's going to do anything close to what Wilder Fury would do. Wilder Fury is the biggest fight in boxing other than Wilder AJ and Spence Crawford. The biggest fights. You could maybe argue maybe Charlo Canelo's in there a little bit, but of the biggest fights that can be made, make the most money in boxing right now, in boxing. I ain't talking Floyd Mayweather versus, you know what I'm saying, Steven Seagal or some shit, you know, actual boxing matches. You got Wilder, Wilder Fury, Wilder AJ, and Spence Crawford. Right? Biggest fights you can make. And the only one he's tied to ESPN. He can get the Fury Wilder one. He probably ain't gonna get Spence Crawford. Crawford gonna be gone by the time that fight comes around because Spence, he's got plenty to do. You don't need Crawford. They can wait him out, you know. They got plenty of big fights. They can make the money without him. Crawford eventually will leave top rank like, you know, everybody else. So Bob needs this fight. And you're trying to take some fight where he's not really in it, not really getting a piece over to freaking, you know, England or probably Saudi Arabia, right? Nah, bro. Calls the WBO like, yo, I need y'all to call that mandatory with Usyk. You know, Bob got the WBO, so he ain't really said too much about Usyk. He was talking about his man Pulev beating AJ, but in the background, he probably was like, look, yo, I need y'all to go ahead and call this mandatory with Usyk and AJ. It's boxing politics, man. Needs that guap, man. He don't care if you're gonna go in there and get your ass beat, man. I need this money right now, homie.
You know,
Bread, man. Like, hey, look, you got to give him this rematch, bro.
Man, I'll be dead at 90, to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to get to that point and look like that guy. He can't even stand up straight, and he's got all sorts of hypertension and diabetes and gout, and he can't move.
I
And
bet he's got 3 prostitutes right now, wherever he's at in Vegas, yo.
Man,
They
I'll be
might be
long
rubbing
gone.
his feet. They might just be rubbing his feet.
Rubbing
I
his
tell you,
feet.
Bob got it locked down. Boy.
Well, that's
oh
what
no,
I was talking about.
Yeah.
It was it reminded me what you said reminded me of. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, but Antonio Brown gets caught up for alleged sexual assault, right? But they had Robert Kraft on tape getting a hand job, and nobody says anything.
That tape never saw the light of day, yo.
Exactly.
let me just
That's
see
the
this.
billions, baby, with a B.
Let me just see this chat for a sec.
Hey, so what do you think about I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, I was gonna ask you real quick. So what do you think about AJ's performance overall, though? Do you think he showed some growth from his last fight?
Yeah, I thought he was timid. I felt like he was trying to think about what he was to do, but in the back of his mind, he still has that fear of not really getting hit. But while he was being scared about not getting hit, he was getting hit. But I thought when he finally did put his punches together, he finally got him out. I think if it had been a pre-Ruiz AJ, he probably would have got him out of there at 4 or 5 rounds.
Right.
He looked tremendous. I mean, I did a post-fight video on it. Just the amount of different feints he was. I look for the little things a lot. I don't look for the big things always. His movement, his fluidity. He looked comfortable. You know, look, people are gonna disagree with me. I don't think he looked timid. I reckon he is thinking like if something comes back at him like a big punch. But that's only with certain fighters. You know, Ruiz is one of those guys that is going to throw back when he's hurt. Guys like Pulev or a Klitschko or, guys like that that was annoying. Guys that have that. Nope. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mr. Shelton, 30 rabbit punches. I mean, that was ridiculous. But I thought AJ looked great. You know, that uppercut was really good. His combinations look good. His jab is improving. He showed better head movement. I did want less of the chin being up. I wanted him to tuck it a bit more and not allow Pulev just to come forward without paying the price, you know. But that pull counter, that was a sweet move. Yeah, Mo, I watched Lawrence Okoli. That was good. I mean, he should fight for a title next. See how he goes there, you know. Yeah, I loved the performance. I liked it a lot. You guys can piggyback off that if you want.
Yeah, they'll just talk about a Coley there. Yeah, Coley definitely needs to get in there with a champion. If they can make that Glowacki fight, that would be what he needs next. I don't think he would beat somebody like Breedis, but I would like to see him in there with my guy Makabu. But I think Makabu might be. He's susceptible to that right hand, but that last guy he fought in Russia could really punch, and he was in a dog fight with him. He finally got in the inside with that guy. Yeah, Coley, I think, is okay. He's he's still trying to learn, I feel, on the job. I don't know.
I missed that fight. I think I just
Yeah,
want to see these Russian guys. I want to see these Russian guys at 175 get it cracking, man. Like
yeah.
enough is enough.
Beterbiev, I think me and Watcher were talking about this the other day. I mean, when me and Laws were talking about him versus Govstik, I swore that he would knock out Govstik. He did, but I felt Govstik really proved me wrong in a lot of ways. I thought he would just fold immediately, but it showed that Beterbiev is really. I think Beterbiev is really vulnerable. I think if you touch him right, he will go down. I mean, everybody does, but him, because he got knocked down by that. Who was it? Thomas Jr. or somebody like that earlier in his career, and then he got knocked down by Callum Johnson, who can punch. But they're really Top Rank is trying to make the him versus Smith Jr. fight, and I think that'll be an all-out fight.
Yeah.
Salute, I am Will. Thanks for hopping
And
by.
Govstik retired, I think, right after he got lost, and he saw what he did himself to Stevenson. I guess he didn't want any more in boxing. So.
That's so, but I think, hey.
Look, man, for me, light heavyweight is one of those divisions now that is a bit similar to 140 and 168, where, you don't really have, too many. Well, it's a bit empty. The skill gap is different. But my guy at light heavyweight was 100% one and only Superman.
Yeah, that was mine too. That broke my heart when I saw him go
It sure did. It sure
and
did.
nobody talks about what happened between him and SNC coach and Sugar Hill. They all make out Sugar Hill is some master genius with Fury. Sugar Hill's work came with Stevenson, but he was never held accountable for what happened to Stevenson.
Yeah, Stevenson in that last fight he had, he got dropped in like the second round.
Yep.
And he just put it all on the line and he went for it. And he got stopped. He got put in a coma and he had to retire. But this guy here he had the Wilder effect. He was avoided. And he wasn't very well known. He was Haitian Canadian, so he wasn't exactly in the Mecca. He never fought in Vegas, really. Always headlined in Canada. But over there, he was the people's champ. They loved him there. I remember when Kovalev beat Pascal. I think it was either the second time or the first time. And Kovalev was trying to call Adonis a chicken or a duck, and then he was doing the duck noise. I can't even do it myself, but then Adonis just stepped in the ring, and he's just screaming, I'm the champ, I'm the real champ, and then Kovalev ducked him. I saw it coming a mile away, and so that's why people criticize Adonis. They don't feel that he had those wins on his record, but no one would fight the man. Just no one would fight the man because and he started boxing late as well. He started boxing late. He went to prison. But the guy changed his life, and I thoroughly enjoyed his career. I really did.
Yeah, man. I felt when he was starting to get the big names, though, his age had caught up with him a little bit. It was weird. It was like he got old overnight because in the Farfara rematch, he looked fine, right? He looked actually quicker than what I had seen him before. But then in the Jack fight, he cut his hair. And that's what I say about fighters in general. Whenever they go bald, they usually lose a step or two.
What you do with guys like that when you don't want to fight them is, especially older guys, the older you get, the more active you gotta stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that was a year That was about a year between the Fonfara rematch and the Jack fight. Yeah.
Yeah. And see, he can't replicate it. Training's not going to work when you get to be 37, 38, 39 years old. The only anomaly I've ever seen that really work with well is Bernard Hopkins,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You got to stay active,
Yeah, and then Hopkins tried to Stevenson. I think it was just they were trying to get opponents together, and that's why it took a year. I felt had it been Stevenson in 2017, he would wipe the floor with Jack. No problem. I think it would have been Stevenson Jack in 2017 to 2018, but that happened. Then he tried to get Govsdick, and he got dropped in the second round, but he dropped Govsdick in the next round, both not in the next round, but in the 10th round because the ropes held him up. So both knockdowns weren't called. And he just kind of got hurt and got knocked out. But there were I heard some stuff about him and the SNC coach and Sugar Hill and stuff wasn't working out. But nobody, they only want to protect Sugar Hill now. They as some master trainer because their guy Fury.
right?
You know what I mean?
No anything had happened really in between. He looked off.
Yeah,
he looked really old. You know.
Yeah, something. It started around the right before the Jack fight. Something between the strength and conditioning coach and the and Sugar Hill. And by the time it came to Govsdick fight, he was just basically in there to get a check. Sugar Hill was.
Yeah, Sugar Hill's a sucker, yo. You know.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of respect for Sugar Hill. You know, first of all, he just won the heavyweight championship of the world with his guy, and his guy's getting drugged through the mud as a cheater. He ain't said a single solitary word about it. You know, kind of lets you know, that whole situation, that whole crew, they went and got the right one to pull that BS. You notice it ain't Freddie Roach, who, ain't nobody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They went and got some off-brand dude that nobody really knows about. You need a trainer that somehow can help you beat Deontay Wilder somehow. This guy. Just some regular dude. He ain't never coached a champion, except for Stevenson, and he messed that whole situation up. So
yeah, I think he did. He definitely messed that. But
Sugar Hill suck it all. They all, man. Look, I think AJ beats the heck out of Fury. I think they all beat the hell out of Fury.
Yeah,
I think Fury's a cheat and a fake. And I'm pretty sure that AJ beats him. Wilder's going to knock his head off if he gets in the ring with him. If he gets in the ring with AJ will beat him.
I just don't know how fucking can be on thin ice for that long. Every fight he gets away with something. When was the last fight he won, like, just fair and square?
Yeah.
Julia Bell, maybe? I mean, you really, really have to, like, reach deep into the trash can for this guy. Every fight he has controversy or cheating or lying or a BS decision or a BS, not being knocked out when you were knocked out. But somehow he's an amazing top fighter. Somehow.
Yeah, he'll bum.
I don't get it.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced now. You got that belt, you holding on to it, yo. You holding on to it. Now he wants the AJ fight. You don't want to fight Wilder anymore, but you're contractually bound, and it's a bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? They can say whatever they want about the AJ fight. The Fury Wilder rematch trilogy fight is a bigger fight. And he's entitled as the champion to more of it.
Yeah. My biggest thing is, why didn't he want to run it back immediately after the first fight? Everybody didn't say anything except us. nobody wanted to say anything about Fury. Oh, well, he's getting a better deal with ESPN and this, that, and the other. Deontay was the first person to say after that fight, oh, just run it back then. Let's get it going. But he went and ran over to ESPN for money. But everybody overlooks that.
Well, he went and wasted some of Bob's money, basically.
Yeah, he did, because what was the arena? Literally, they had 3,000 people in the arena, and like, what was it, 2,100 or 2,200 of the tickets were free?
Yeah, like, I mean, he didn't exactly cover himself with glory in the first Wilder fight. Like, yeah, he was in the fight, cheating, but we didn't see it. He was in the fight, but it's not like he was in there landing shots.
No,
it's not like he was in there fighting
and skating, and
like nobody wants to watch fucking 260-pound guys freaking dance around like they're 118 pounds. At least the guys that are 118 pounds, they throw a whole lot of punches.
Yeah.
So, you know, he needs to up the volume and engage a lot more. But he knows if he does that with Wilder, he's going to get knocked on his face.
Yeah, he might be knocked on his ass.
He'll get seriously hurt.
I just think he'll be like, kind of like, I hope it's like that Ljokovic knockout where he was twitching.
I want it to be a situation where I want it to be like he gets knocked down at the end of like the third round or something. And he's hurt. And he goes back, and then he has to think about the whole round, middle of the round out here. He's going to survive. And he goes out there and gets completely obliterated with a howitzer missile right hand, bro. I mean, he can't. He's going to have to dance around again, like without the gloves. So, you know, what's he going to do? He did that, and Wilder knocked him out. So.
I would like, what knockout would I like? I would like a Stavern 2 type of knockout where he drops him with the right and Fury just gets up, and then Wilder's standing in front of him. Like, you remember when Wilder had his hands down?
Yeah.
Like a monster. And then he just hits him in the freaking shoulder, like just hits him anywhere. And Fury's got no legs under him, falls, has to get back up. The ref saying, "Come forward, are you okay?" Get him up, rubs his gloves. And then Wilder just freaking, boom, right hand down.
I really like the Gerald Washington right hand. I really, really like that a lot because it was right in the clinch, and it was so short and crisp.
Yeah, it was.
I really like that punch a lot. That was really good. But people don't talk about that. They said, "Oh, well, he was windmilling right afterwards."
Yeah, but that right hand in the clinch is in between.
Oh, that was amazing.
Because the camera was behind Gerald Washington when he landed that punch. So you didn't really notice it like that. But he hit him right upside his head, man. That hurt. That's the thing, man. You're going to go in there. I mean, it wouldn't be anything for him to catch him like he caught Spilka, man. Like, you never know. That's the theater of the dramatic with Wilder. That's why he's the biggest name in boxing. Because there's a distinct possibility he's going to put you out.
Yeah. Gerald Washington spoke on, every time I speak, that freaking thing out there. Gerald Washington spoke on the gloves in an interview a few days ago. And he said, "That looks weird," he said. He said, "It looks weird. I don't know about that. I've not seen that before." You know?
Yeah, and he's been boxing now. I know he came late into the game, but I mean, still, I mean, he's been boxing now for almost 12, 13 years. And, you know, this is somebody who fought for a world title. I don't know why they go and run with what Ishe Smith said. That's really, Ishe Smith is the only boxer I know who said that it wasn't weird. Everybody else said it wasn't. And Ishe Smith is admitted to have mental issues. So,
man, those Mayweather guys, those Mayweather cats. I mean, I'll just say
someone from the Mayweather channel gave me a copyright strike for a video. And I said, take it down and the video will go. And he said, no, it's staying there, this and that. But Ishay Smith,
Yeah, he's that guy. I was glad to see what Lubin did to him.
you know, he said that that Wilder is ill in the head. And he
Coming
said,
from him.
I've never seen so many excuses being put out. And he himself even used Muhammad Ali's fight with Larry, where he's got his hand reached out and his like wrist is kind of bent, sort of. And I'm like, you are full of shit. You, my friend, if you are confronted one day by Deontay, make sure you are prepared. Because you've been saying some really bad stuff, man. And that's not just him. Teofimo Lopez has been saying a lot of shit. You know, many people on IFL, Tyrone's unrecommended them from his list. Everyone's got this opinion, man, but they have nothing concrete, whereas Wilder has something concrete. I saw your video, Coach Chris, when Wilder spoke out with BWTM. You got on his channel and you said, it was like 40 minutes long. It was in October. And you said, now that he's spoken out, everyone wants to act like, you know, nothing's happened. And that's how it's been since March. People said back in April this will go away. We're in December now, heading into 2021. They're so mad. This issue is not going away. This isn't, you can't just sweep this under the rug. It's here. It's happened in front of you. Deal with it. Can see the chat. Yeah, that's what they call him, Mr. Shelton. That is what they call him. That's on BFTV's channel, isn't it?
Jan Wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, yo, at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gonna sit there and act like your eyes don't work. Only with a big black dude in America, yo, can you get away with some foolishness like this. Like, it's about as obvious as anything. And just act like, oh yeah, you know, you guys are crying and stuff. Like, I just listen to guys like Michael Bisping. Like, you're an MMA fighter, bro. Like Wilder would knock your nose to the backside of your skull, bro. Like what you like? You're 185 pounds. You're like 5'11", bro. Like what? What are you speaking on here? Like, this guy's gonna retire or something? Like this? Like, he got beat to a pulp? Like, he'll never fight again? Like, he'll never walk the streets of Vegas again? Like, he'll never headline another fight? Like, his career is over? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous how this whole thing has been played out, and they're gonna find out because their boy's gonna have to get back in the ring without his freaking gloves, and he's gonna get his ass beat.
Oh man, they're gonna have a SWAT team in that locker room when he's
gonna get his ass beat.
Guaranteed.
He's gonna get his ass beat, yo. He's gonna get his ass beat. Like, you're talking about the king of cheating. Like they're gonna have the Nation of Islam in his locker room or something.
Yep.
It's about to be serious. Like, you're gonna have the two Muslim Jews with the bow ties, yo, and the hats on in there. Just, I'm telling you, like,
they will have a team in that locker room, a minimum, a team of 10 people minimum. They are not playing around this time. They're really gonna watch out for this guy. They're gonna check his ass. They're gonna check everywhere you can think.
Yeah. Could you imagine
inside that ring?
Could you imagine he needs to get a full body cavity search before the fight?
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna have a metal. They're gonna put it right before his ring walk. There's
you know what you got? You got the thick nurse with the gloves on, like shirt, and like the blue shirt is tucked in.
Yeah,
and she just like snaps the gloves on. It's like, we're here for your exam. And he's like, "What are you talking about? Like, assume the position."
She's gonna say, "Can I go to the bathroom?"
Nah.
He's gonna be asking to go to the bathroom before the pre-fight check, and they're gonna
Hey.
follow him in there.
Hey, they gonna have that white lady from Game of Thrones. It was like confess. They're gonna have Shorty on him, yo. Gonna have Shorty with the stick. Shorty about 6'8". Confess.
They can be right in there. But
Yeah.
from what I hear, go
Sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just move spots. Man, Michael Bisping, shut your mouth. Wilder's a bitch, this and that. Brendan Sharp is saying, oh, I don't like the way he's going about it. Fuck that bullshit. He cheated and you know it. There's the glove, there's the dent, there's all the other shit that's going on. Stop talking about shit that you don't know anything about. You guys are MMA fighters. You are journeymen, as far as I'm concerned, from all your losses, not just losses, knockout losses. Okay?
Yeah.
You haven't done shit to what Wilder's done. The man's tied Muhammad Ali, man, in title defenses. He electrified this division. This is where, this is how ridiculous it's gone. There are people from other sports talking about this as if it couldn't happen. Literally. That is why
don't even know boxing. If it were to come down from the sky and land onto a plate in front of them, they wouldn't know anything about boxing. And what I don't get is these are the same guys who say, oh, he's just making up excuses. He's just doing this. He just needs to do that. But they beg for interviews. I mean, Teofimo Lopez, I didn't call him a bitch. I mean, he's acting like a bitch. If I see him, that's what I'll say. I'll try to explain it. Yeah, because you'd get blown away. You wouldn't even have a girlfriend or anything to cry about. You wouldn't exist.
Look, man, this guy is a fucking idiot. Okay? He is crying over his girlfriend.
All the time, every day, even now.
Okay? You call him that. There's no explaining anything. You threw shade. Now, if you see him in person, keep that same energy. Keep it. I would love you. I dare you.
These guys know what time it is, yo. Whole lot of bluster and talk, but they just feel like they can get that off. I guess it's just, you know what? It just shows them how they really felt this whole time, you know?
If you want to jump on, Drew, I can send you something. Salute to you. Listen, this fight could have been done in 2013, in 2014.
Yeah.
But that fucking fraud didn't want it. Because he saw what this man was doing. He saw him. He saw how... There is a clip. I can bring it up now. Wilder versus Harrison.
Yeah, post-fight, I saw it, and he was sitting right on the canvas.
You got two birds with one stone there. I'll tell you why, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There was a young man sitting ringside.
Joshua?
At that fight. Don't say it. Don't say it. I'll say it, right?
Sorry.
A young man ringside watching that fight. That went for what? A minute and a half, not even? Right?
Maybe.
Got knocked out orderly. Crowd was in awe. So shocked. Who the hell is this guy from the States? This Southside Alabama dude. Right? You look in that crowd. You see a young Anthony Joshua smiling, looking shocked, looking to his left. Woo, shit. This is the heavyweight division. Yeah, you got to bump into this person. If you get some wins under you, you got to bump into this person. And then while the post-fight interview goes on there and he does this little poem and says, Tyson Fury, where are you, this and that, right? And that's that. He always wanted people. But these guys ran. It could have been done years ago. Even Wilder said it when he fought Fury in 2018. He said in London at the BT press conference, he said this could have been done a long time ago. You know, we could have done something. You know, but Fury, you know, he's smart. You know, in that regard. I just found it hilarious. AJ just was like, wow, it's like a kid watching it. It's like a kid. And yeah, that's what he said, Volts. That's what he said. Oh man.
Where could you be? Remember that the little song?
Funny. It was too good. It was the fucking best. He does the best call out sometimes. Like that ring with Ortiz when Fury came to New York, and then he's like, I'll come to your backyard, mark my words. And then he said, I'm gonna baptize you. And then he went to Belfast again and called him out. Then when Brazil knocked Negron out, he was standing up in the crowd with his hands up. I mean, that dude is too exciting.
I like the Ortiz when Ortiz knocked out that bum, that Daniel Marks guy on PBC, and then he stood over. The guy was knocked out, and Ortiz just literally walked past him a little bit, was still near him, was still calling out Wilder from the desk. He said, "Motherfucker, you bitch." He couldn't even speak English.
Yeah,
That
man.
was so funny.
That's the thing with Wilder. It's the theater of the unexpected, man. Like, it's the biggest name in boxing, bro. Like, it's pretty ridiculous that they're trying to keep him out of it, but it is what it is. What can you do, right? I mean, I can't imagine how AJ feels still not making that $50 million. That I feel for him for that, bro. I mean, you just never know what the future holds, man. You got to take your opportunities when they're there, and you know, he won't make $50 million next time he fights him. So, promoters ruined boxing. What can we say? Crazy.
Oh man, that was so funny when Ortiz called. He's like, "Motherfucker." He's like, "Motherfucker, I want you next." He goes, like, unreal. I
He
thought.
said, "What was he?" He said, "I want to fight you." He said, "You want to fight me? I want to fight you."
Stand by the phone, baby. I've been wanting you for a long time.
Stay by the
I
phone.
gave you this opportunity.
Man, I'm telling you.
I want to fight you.
Yeah. Oh,
Wilder
man.
takes on all the tough challenges. He took on Gerald Washington. Everybody see now that he done knocked him out. Gerald Washington's a bum now. But when Gerald Washington was freaking undefeated and was this human, I mean, he's bigger than Wilder, dude. He's enormous, bro. Like, he was knocking the hell out of everybody on the way to getting the championship fight. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Gerald Washington. Oh no, Gerald Washington. Wilder better be careful in there, Gerald Washington." Now he beats him and he's a bum now. So, you know, like Spilka, same thing. Like, you know, Stavern, like, these are live guys, but you know, it's, you get more credit for beating Povetkin and Takam, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they said, "Oh man, boxing is so boring. There's nobody here who knocks anybody out anymore like that, except Triple G. Triple G is amazing, gets all these knockouts. Well, Wilder has way more knockouts. Well, he doesn't have any skill, so they just move this goalpost there."
Yeah, it's like in the world of professional boxing, if you actually did not know how to box, like, eventually, you know, you'd make it to 42-0. It went 41 knockouts. Did not know how to box, bro. Like, yeah, you think that's possible? You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, yeah, you quarterbacked your team to a couple Super Bowl victories, yo. Like, but you really can't play quarterback, yo. You're really a bum, yo. Like, you really aren't good at all. Like, come on, man. Like, obviously, you got to have some skill. Get here. It's no accident. You know, it's a lot of hard work.
I 100% agree. 100%. You know, I mean,
It's pro sports, you know.
the dude literally, he did this because his daughter was sick, man. Like, He thought he would be a journeyman just to make money, just to have enough. Look at him now. He's the most electrifying figure in the whole of boxing at the moment. He
He's
is
the man.
the man.
He's the man.
Might be a fanboy sometimes, but hey, that's the truth. I mean, people are getting bored of AJ Fury talk. They're getting sold something that's not happening. It ain't happening, dude. The guy's probably going to drop his belt, if anything. Fury's probably going to drop that belt. He can't fucking handle it. He was in a better position when he was on that couch, fat as a pig, than now. Because now there's serious ramifications. Now you're screwed. You've been caught cheating.
I'm telling you, man, that whole thing with that award and hiring lawyers, that's a real head scratcher right there, man. That's crazy. Like, these people try and give you an award and you suing them? Like, you calling the people on them? Filing paperwork and whatnot?
Man.
That's like, what's weird, man.
Fanon did a live stream once with Drew Titan, I remember, about 3 weeks ago. And he talked about mediation and, like if they're sitting with the judge and all, and the judge may be saying, why is it taking this long? He's saying this and you're saying this. You say he's cheated you and, you're saying it's bullshit. And then Fury's like saying, oh, I don't want to give him the shot because, like, I'm not saying that this happened. I'm just saying, like Fanon explained that this is what could happen. Like, Wilder's like, I want the rematch, I want the trilogy. And Fury's like, he hurt my feelings. He said this about me and that. And then the judge is like, well, is it true or is it not? Show it. It's that simple. Is it true or is it not? Let's see if it's bullshit or not with what Wilder said.
And when Wilder beats him in the third fight, I do think down the line, if everything's fair, there will be a fourth fight. I do see this thing being a fourth fight.
You can't give him like dude. When this whole thing escalated, especially when that picture came out about the right hand, right? I said he shouldn't rematch him, and the reason I said that is because he doesn't have the moral integrity to even compete in the sport. When you're doing shit like that, you shouldn't give someone a chance. But my perspective has changed a bit because, the get back is there. And he can definitely beat this guy.
Oh, yeah. Because you can't beat dropping him all over the place in the first fight. And then all of a sudden the guy turns to unstoppable force the second fight and you're glitched. You can't move. I mean, it's even playing field, just straight up. I think Wilder should be able to win this. If it's even, everybody's close to, to 100% or 80 or 90%, each party, even, no cheating, no nothing. Even give Fury the floppy gloves. Wilder still should win. Wilder would win.
Nah, none of them gloves, none of that foolishness, man. Like, glove up. Your gloves are on your hands. There's no flipping of the gloves. There's no added reach. Like, fight. This is boxing. Regulation. No bare knuckle boxing gloves. Just regular fucking gloves. Like, I'm to the point now with Fury, Wilder fight aside, right? I mean, is any of this shit real with this fucking guy? I can't, like, I'm not in this to watch bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of other sports I can be watching. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things I could be doing. I'm not a fan of wrestling. Like, I don't want fixed outcomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, gamesmanship. All right, I got you. I understand. I was a competitor. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But like out and out, just straight up, just cheating your balls off here. You know what I mean? Like I played football, man, and like, I wasn't the best football player on the planet, obviously, but I was a good high school player, I was a good college player, I was dominant, played a little professional football. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought to take like metal and like wrap it on my forearm and like hit people with my forearm like that or something, or to like, jury rig some kind of cast and like hit people with it or put something in my pads. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't need to do that pussy type shit. Like I was good enough, like with just me. Or if I wasn't, then I just would have been wasn't. Like I would have just got my ass kicked. But like I'm not scared out here. I wasn't a scared athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't worried about motherfuckers like that. So like if you're worried about motherfuckers beating your ass in boxing, that you need to load your gloves and all that, then boxing ain't for you, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like boxing ain't for me. I don't box. Don't hit me in the face. That's not for me. I didn't box. I wasn't gonna get into boxing so I could just cheat people. That's some pussy ass shit to me. I just want to see him fight Wilder straight up and fair, so we can just get him the fuck out of here. We can see that he ain't shit for real. I feel like he's a fraud. I feel like all them guys could beat his ass. It's a cheater. Plain and simple. Just tired of I'm ready for him to go ahead and just get this fight signed. I just want that fight week to get here. You know what I'm saying? Because like signing it, that doesn't mean anything. His ass will still run the hell away. I'm waiting for that fight week to come up. They should be in shape. They should be able to get it in like February, man. Like, just get this done with these two and just end this whole Fury saga and let Wilder just get in the ring and knock his head off his goddamn shoulders, bro. Like that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't be like, it can't be BS to me, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? February, March, it can't be BS to me. I'll watch something else, man. I'll watch college basketball or something. Like straight up, man. Like forget this boxing. We gotta come clean this up. Get him out of here.
Oh man, me and Tyrone were speaking before when you weren't here, but I said to Tyrone, I said we need to hear something this month about it. We need to, because it's dragged on too long now, and I feel on Wilder's side, they've come clean on everything, like they've got stuff in order. I feel like that Fury side is just so untrustworthy. I just don't trust them at all. I mean, I heard Naia Wilder's daughter, on Instagram saying, I don't know why they couldn't do the fight in December. Like, I just want that fight week to get here, man. I really do. I need it. I'm owed it. We're all owed it.
So are we of the mind that Fury's legitimately kind of worried about this fight, like a physical health standpoint kind of situation? Or is it everything he has to lose?
I think he's worried. I think he's worried. What about you, Tyrone?
Yeah, he would rather avoid this fight. If he would definitely want to avoid it if he can, especially when he knows that they're literally going to be on his ass about everything as far as the gloves. I think push comes to shove, he'll have to do it, but he's already got excuses planned out. I was off, all this. He already has what he has to say planned out.
I mean,
after the third fight.
But will Bob let him skip out on it, though? Like, this is almost like Bob bailed him out of jail, man, and like he's running off on the bail, man. Like, he's running, bro. Like Bob to put all this money up,
Because I think, I don't think Bob Arum would let him off of it, because the thing is, if he decides not to do this, there's a high chance that he won't be able to fight in this country.
Ever again.
He'll
be done. If he doesn't take this Wilder fight, he goes and fights AJ. He's got to leave Top Rank because he can't fight here. That's not going to work. He'll have 1,000 people show up to his fights. Maybe.
Oh, the guy's in such a bad situation. You know, he's so fucking insane. I mean, smacking his chest at weigh-ins, screaming, his veins coursing through him. He's all red. He's aggressive. You know, the guy, what the steroids and everything you take, dude. Like, you've messed your body up, man. You've completely ruined yourself. You have completely stuffed yourself. You will take this fight, my man. You will step in that squared circle and you will face off against the man you've been in there twice with already. Let's see how much of a fighting man you are. And let's see if you can overcome that fear of losing that O. I've never seen a fighter in my life so afraid to lose, so fixated on being undefeated. No one can beat me. I'm the best thing since Muhammad Ali, this and that. You know? Yeah, Mr. Shawn, for not looked at my video this morning. He mentioned it. So, you know, I addressed that.
Man,
But he's
I
worried.
just I can't with this guy. He just needs to go ahead and get in the ring and get it over with. Let's see if he can do it. Maybe he proves us wrong. It is heavyweight boxing, but he's gonna actually fight this man straight up, no cheating. I don't think he has really much of a chance. All things considered, now that we know what we know. Man, COVID-19 is a really bad thing to happen for Fury, man. That's what's in the dark will come to light eventually, though. But I mean, gosh, he didn't even get a. Geez, wow, didn't get away with it at all.
Yeah.
Got caught right away. I mean, it was pretty blatant, though. You know, about as blatant as, like, with everything that happened. I'm just kind of wondering how many other people were involved to make this whole thing happen for him. You know, like how many people really was it? Like, who's all involved in it? Because we're looking at some pretty corrupt here, you know, between the gloves and, you know, how those gloves get there. Like, is it the same thing with Oshaki Foster where the gloves came packaged? You know, who was in charge of that whole situation?
Oh, you know what? It's Wilder, I think, knows more than what. Well, I think he knows more than what we do. But you know what? The thing that really sticks out for me is two people, right? Fury and Mark, because I haven't heard a denial yet from either guy. I haven't. You know, Mark saying, I've heard some weird stuff in this sport. I don't go on social media. What did he fucking say? Let me see what he said. Let me just see what this dude said. See, now my perspective of Mark has changed. Just bringing it up. Okay, let's see what he said here. This was a while back. This was like last month or something. Man, my internet is killing me today.
He's training Evander Holyfield's son now.
Oh, is he? Well, all right. I have never seen the things I'm seeing now in all those years. I'm only on social media because of my girl. We went somewhere and there was a picture of me and we were very surprised. And she said, this is one of the reasons you need social media in this day and time. She said there are people who have deep admiration for you, and social media is a way to give you that way to give them some access to you. She asks me all the time if I'm tired of it. Do I want to go back to life without it? I always say no because the amount of support, love, gratitude I get lets me know all the hard work I put in. I looked and read thousands of videos, texts, and comments, and I would put up 1,000 of them if I could because so many of them was 100 bicep curl muscle emoji. But I can't. But I do have a life. I do have a file for all of them that moved me. I thank all of you for your words. I chose this one because it hit most of the marks and said like only he could. Thanks, Teddy Atlas. Let me add this last. The Twitter pic that's out there is not from me. It's not how I speak, and there's nothing funny about this show that's going on. Stay tuned, stay well, and I'm still standing. That's in response to what Wilder was saying about the gloves and what Teddy Atlas was saying.
I can
I
already
mean-
guess what Teddy Atlas was saying.
What was he saying? I'm trying to bring Coach Chris back in.
I don't know. But I
Yeah,
feel
man.
on support of Fury. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I think Teddy Atlas was just kind of defending Mark, talking about, oh yeah, there's no chance he would ever do something like that, and my thing is, man, everybody has a price, man, and he would know, and he didn't say he didn't do it. He did not say, hey, I didn't do what I'm accused of, man. He talking about he's still standing strong, and he would post pictures of, but he didn't say I didn't do that shit. No one's saying they didn't do it. No one's denying that they did it. No one's saying that, like, yo, I didn't do what I'm accused of. Everyone's saying everything but that. And it's just really freaking obvious that something funky happened with this freaking fight. Yeah. And I mean, you don't have to be goddamn McNulty from The Wire to figure this out. You don't have to be some kind of detective. It doesn't take Columbo, bruh. Like, you got the funky gloves. You got the trainer throwing in the towel. You got, Wilder looking drunk during the fight. Like, it's weird. It's weird as shit.
I see. I kind of now Kovalev is horrible, right? He's a horrible person. But if you're a trainer and you make a oath, you're supposed to be loyal to somebody, and he pays you money. You don't do what forgetting John David Jackson did. John David Jackson, I do believe, went over to Team War and said X, Y, and Z, and said, "Can I help?" Right? That just happens. So
yeah.
I mean, Kovalev is not a great guy by any means. He's racist and everything else.
I think Kovalev might not have paid him or something like that.
Right. You chose to stand by him, and then you try to say, "Oh no, I didn't go to war," and you did. You did go to war because Team Ward isn't above that either.
Nah. I don't think any of them really are, man. I think, this whole thing with boxing, man, I'd imagine it's like one big fraternity, man. Like, I imagine it's really, all these guys know each other's amateurs. They all came up the same. I could imagine this instance, being from Alabama with his team, outside of Shelley, Lou DeVella, man. I was like kind of on the outside looking in, and
maybe I can get something to work here. They kind of froze me out. No, I'm pissed. That sort of a deal.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, you just, what I mean? Like, you just take roll after this kind of stuff, man. Like, you see what happened in the fight. As soon as he lost, everybody wanted to grin on him. You got little sucker asses like Teofimo Lopez and Ishe Smith, and, they want to talk smack. They want to talk real razzle out their mouth now all of a sudden. Everybody got something to say. Snoop Dogg, everybody got jokes now and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see who your real peoples are. What can you do, man? Like, people are who they are. You know what I'm saying? You see who people are out here, and you just take roll of it and you keep it pushing, man. Like you see how these people really felt about you the whole time. You know, all these people that might have been smiling in your face, they wasn't really happy to see you there. And you know, you just keep it pushing, man. You know, get your get back, train hard, be ready. Uh, I think I'm pretty certain, man. Like he's gonna knock his head off his shoulders. So just do your thing. You know, can't cheat now. Now we seen it coming.
I can't give a real prediction on that fight because at the end of the day, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I mean, I reckon the fight will end with Wilder winning by a form of disqualification. I think we're going to see a very enraged Fury, someone that is talking during the fight, someone that is yelling and screaming during the fight, someone that's coming forward and throwing lots of punches, and then at the same time going back and doing some dance moves and shit, hitting his own head, saying "come on" and all this shit. And I reckon we're gonna see him hit the back of the head, wrench the neck, and hit the back, throw some hammer fists on his spine, and he'll get disqualified. Some hitting after I think he'll get disqualified in the third fight. I think it'll all get to him, and he's just gonna do all the illegal moves in the world.
Andrew Galata style breakdown.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because that was
Pretty
a breakdown from that guy. He just did not want to fight. This was like, yeah, it's not boxing.
Yeah, we're not boxing. You know, we're just doing bullshit. We're just doing the crap, man. Like that's literally that. We need a ref in there that's just gonna enforce the shit, or just give points away and just disqualify. One of the two. Not Kenny Bayless who lets it go on, then takes a point off at the last minute. Because that's just not really. There's no point. You know, you wait 6 rounds later for it. There's no point. You know.
I can promise you, Kenny Bayless won't even be allowed in the arena the night of the fight, yo. Kenny Bayless won't even be anywhere in the building, yo. Kenny Bayless won't officiate any fights on the card.
Kenny Bayless didn't even fucking look. I reckon Kenny. I don't know, man.
That guy, he cannot get a check off the fight, yo. You got all the money you needed in that weird rematch, bro. Whatever they paid you in the back, whatever weird bag got sent to your house, you know, because that was just ridiculous. I mean, the rabbit punching in that fight alone could have got Fury disqualified, but I mean that knockdown right in front of him was a clear rabbit punch to the back of the head. Clear as day. Like I just, you know.
Oh man, we'll see, man. What happens throughout the next 2 weeks? Because, like I said, December, we're halfway through it now. We got to hear something, you know, about this third fight. But before I wrap it up, Tyrone, tomorrow, me and you are going to do a stream. If you want, or whenever throughout the week, actually. I'll keep with you in contact about it. But we're going to watch the first fight. And we won't be able to watch it back because YouTube is just going to block it. But this is like the only way I see that it's going to be easier for us to watch the fight together. So yeah. I'll text you or message you about that. But Coach Chris, we really appreciate having you on as well. It's been a pleasure talking about this. Again, when you're available, come back on anytime you want as well. I appreciate everyone in the chat as well. Everyone that popped through. I appreciate you very much. You guys got closing thoughts?
Oh man, I just wanted to say, man, thank you for having me on, bro. Thank you for the invite, man. Much appreciated. Shout out to everyone in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, chopping up with your man and, checking out my opinion and stuff, man, and checking out y'all opinions, man. I just thankful, man. Thankful for y'all having me on, man. Appreciate it.
All good. Tyrone, closing thoughts? Tyrone, you there?
I didn't put that big of a light bulb in there. Like, look at the size difference.
Hey, Ty, you there? You got your mic on, man. Oh man, what's he going on about? Hey, Ty, you there? Tyrone. This guy can't hear me, man. Ty, I don't want to leave you hanging, man. So I don't want to just. You there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, I could just hear you talking, man.
Oh no, that was my brother was changing the light or something.
Okay.
Let me close the door. I didn't know. I didn't mute my mic.
That's all right. We were just finishing up, man. Did you hear us?
No, not really. I just hope that this Water Fury thing gets done. I mean, I'm hearing it's a go. Mo Boxing says it's a go. Nas and Johnny, those people at Sky let it slip. So I guess hopefully it's a go. I hope there's no funny business. I hope everybody comes in, close to 100%. And then we'll see what the real is. And then we can have all the Fury nut huckers go back to sleep.
I think you missed that because you went off quickly. When you're available throughout the week, we can watch the first fight back.
Okay. I should be good around Friday. What's today? The 14th. I should be good like Thursday.
Yep. All right, all good. All right. Yeah, I just shouted at everyone. I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys take care. And peace.
All right. Yep. Peace out, Coach Chris.
Peace, guys.
Thanks for letting me on watcher. Shout out. Yep. Peace out, everybody.
Later.
Peace.